Hey everyone!
Do you know what's up?
I know what's up.
With a certain live-action movie being released recently, we thought it would be awesome to talk about a tenacious couple that has been a source of inspiration and relatability to us both way before we even started dating. It's amazing that we had a show that could teach us and help guide us through the perilous waters that is high school life. Today, we are going to be talking about two regular, completely normal teens who also happen to be secret agents that constantly stop the world from ending. Those teens, of course, being Kim and Ron from the hit Disney show of the 2000s, Kim Possible.
Okay, so a little context on these characters first. Doing the impossible and being unstoppable is their namesake. Right off the bat, Kim and Ron are shown to be the ultimate dynamic duo that take on the classic trope of teen by day, secret agent by night. However, the similarities pretty much end there. These two characters are very diverse in the sense that they have different backgrounds, social circles, skill sets, and priorities.
Let's see, you're smart, athletic, pretty, and popular. Sounds pretty cakey to me.
Okay, flip mode. Playing video games, watching wrestling, and downing snackage. It must be brutal being you.
They began as best friends early in life and immediately click. They have amazing chemistry and synergy in pretty much every aspect of their double lives. There's one thing that the show constantly reminds you of, and that is how well they work together and are there for each other through all the ups and downs of life. But first, who are Kim and Ron?
So Kim, the star of the show, she's a confident and pretty cool girl, #hairflip. She's the head cheerleader, which, if you have ever been to high school, is the stereotypical fast lane up the social ladder. Kim also has an incredibly smart, scientific-oriented family, and likewise, she does well in school too. She's got a lot going for her, even if she didn't have her double secret agent life, but she is happy to rise to the occasion on both fronts. Kim also has a kind and compassionate soul, where she always puts her friends first, regardless of conventional social pressures from the likes of characters like Bonnie, basically Kim's high school rival, and Draken and Shigo, Kim's arch-nemesis duo. To complement her, you have Ron.
Now, Ron is a pretty cool dude, but in his own way. He's more of a carefree comic relief type of guy with a suave naked mole rat sidekick of his own.
Oh, hey. What? Rufus!
Ron is very much the supportive role in Kim's life, both during missions as well as everyday life. He's not as high-strung as Kim, not by a long shot, and he doesn't obsess over the same things as she does. He's got a laid-back demeanor and has even been compared to the tendencies of a sloth. While Kim goes all out on everything she engages herself in, Ron rarely gives it his all and seems to be fine with coasting along.
However, he will go all out for Kim, and he is very effective during their missions, even if it isn't always from a purely technical skill standpoint. His silly antics have even helped defeat some of their dastardly foes. Don't underestimate the power of distraction. Ron is definitely the archetype of the loyal friend, and his confidence comes from how much he believes in his own ability, despite being perceived by many in the show as the bumbling sidekick.
You do me proud, Ronstoppable, by just being you.
Okay, so yes, they have great chemistry, make each other laugh, and are generally great friends and eventually a great couple. But what makes them stand out? What do we get out of this Disney cartoon couple specifically? Well, of the many things that make them great, one thing stands out to us that transcends them beyond great.
Alright, segue real quick. Everyone has insecurities. Even the world's most successful people have insecurities. Our role models have insecurities. Our parents and siblings have insecurities. We have insecurities. Sometimes these insecurities can be extremely daunting and draining on our psyche. They affect us in ways that can seem completely insane or unfounded to another person who hasn't had to deal with it in the way that we have to deal with it, sometimes every day. They can twist our vision of ourselves or others, take away the light from our moments when we should be shining, and stain our perception of reality. How does this relate to our crime-fighting, butt-kicking, cheerleader, joke-making duo? Well, it's simple. They have insecurities too.
It's Ron. So I ditched the do. It's what's inside that matters, right? Right?
Like, who told you that, loser?
As amazing as Kim is, she has a lot of pressure on her. Pressure that comes from various sources, whether it's her taking on too much work, her desire to live up to her parents, because how could she not feel like she needs to measure up to a rocket scientist dad and a neurosurgeon mom?
Kim, you haven't eaten a nibble. Something wrong? Mom, you're a brain surgeon. Dad's a rocket scientist. What am I?
Or the self-inflicted pressure of having to uphold this idea that she can do it all. I mean, she is Kim Possible, right? Nothing is impossible for her, right?
In fact, wasn't her slogan before becoming a secret agent for her babysitting business, "I can do anything"? I get it. I get why Kim gets down on herself when things don't go perfectly, and she's usually so calm, cool, and collected. She laughs in the face of danger, or in the face of Draken, all the time. Besting baddies is part of her image. She gets down on herself when she fails. It seems impossible to her, no pun intended this time, that the great Kim Possible could fail, but she's human. It happens sometimes.
We've all been there. I know how it feels to get knocked down from a place of comfort, assurance that I previously thought I had earned from my skill or proficiency. Dealing with failure is so much more than the immediate consequences. It's coming to face with maybe I'm not as good as I think I am, or that my parents would be disappointed in me. Facing family and friends can be really difficult, and it definitely hurts to think about. Even worse if I think about the repercussions of failure before I even try something. Imagine being paralyzed from fear alone. That's no way to live, right? Well, like him having Ron, I have Doza to remind me that I am more than my failures, more than my shortcomings, and more than my insecurities.
So, what's the plan?
Ron, I got nothing.
That's my line, and what's worse, that's quitter talk.
In Kim's case, Ron supplements her lifestyle and attitude by keeping her grounded and focused on what really matters, reminding her in much the same way that it's more important to get back up on your feet than it is to stay down and defeated. If Kim had held on to those negative feelings, she wouldn't have passed her driver's test, passed her home ed class, or stopped Draken so many times without Ron by her side.
I know we've been kind of trumpeting Ron as this amazing stalwart pillar of poise to Kim's obsessiveness with being perfect, and don't get me wrong, he's awesome, but there has definitely been a few times where Ron has needed Kim for his more somber moments. The show does not portray Ron as a popular guy, and while that doesn't bother him much, most of that confidence comes from the fact that he is Kim's best friend, who is popular. Ron can't even believe that he's dating the Kim Possible, which isn't too far from putting her and the relationship on a pedestal. But even with that, it doesn't get in the way of their relationship. Ron really hadn't felt like he was the suave ladies man type throughout his life, but we as the audience know how much he actually is worth as a person, especially to Kim.
Gee, Kim, is that your boyfriend out there running like a sick chicken?
Yeah, that's my guy.
And that's the thing, neither Ron or Kim ever put each other down for feeling insecure or worried. The way they approached helping each other, it always seemed to originate from a desire to see the other person overcome their fears and help them achieve their goals, no matter how small those fears would be to the other person. That initial reaction of concern and the immediate following comfort of one another speaks paramount volumes to the love, patience, and understanding they share. Sometimes it takes that heartfelt reminder from those we love most to wash away the tides of self-inflicted sorrow.
So, what do you all think about this couple? Did Kim and Ron or the show ever help you when you were feeling down? Are there any other shows or pop culture couples that you resonate with? We'd love to hear about it in the comments below, and if you liked our coverage of this awesome duo, consider liking this video and obliterating that subscribe button. It really helps us out.
Okay, we're gonna go debate whether or not to watch the live-action movie. Thanks for watching.
We love y'all.